question. Dun sa anti-dynasty, no? Maybe somebody else can answer also para nilan po si Chief Justice. Gusto ko lang pong linawin. Firstly, I think we all agree, a federal system without an anti-dynasty provision will not work. No, I think that has been publicly stated by members of the Commission as well. Pero gusto ko lang pong linawin, yung anti-dynasty provision na ito makes a distinction between national, regional, and local. Is that correct? I think Mr. Generoso earlier averred to that. No? Maybe Professor Teehankee, can you explain to us ano po yung differences or ano po yung nuance po ng anti-dynasty provision po na ito?
Okay, thank you, Senator Aquino. First of all, of course, most of us who have been actively campaigning for this particular political reform are familiar with the difference between regulation and total ban. No? And total banning means lahat bawal, diba? So, and if those who have done real work on the subject matter agree, including Dean Ron Mendoza and myself, agree that regulation is the way to go. And our regulation is regulating members of political families and political clans from second degree of consanguinity and affinity from one succeeding each other, and that is what Dean Mendoza calls the Tin Dynasty, which is prevalent but not really a big issue. The big issue here would be the so-called family dynasty.
Yung sabay-sabay.
Sabay-sabay lahat na-elect, no? So what we did was the first provision would be no succession whatsoever. So if you are going to succeed your father who's a governor or your
for the same position.
For the same position, you are not banned from running for that position, but you have to wait a term. Okay? So, parang term limits na rin yun. The second one, yung multiple running for position. Bawal na po yun under our self-executory provision. And the idea there is a family, a political family can only field candidates either for the national or the regional or local level.
Alright, this is my question, Professor Teehankee, no? Kasi yung lumalabas po dyan, it's an anti-political dynasty act, except for the president. Because it's only the president and the vice president whom we have identified as a national, in a national position. So in short,
bawal pong mag-succeed ang anak ng presidente. No succession whatsoever.
Yes, but
that's the first. Dalawa po yun eh. Dalawa po yung provision. The first, bawal mag-succeed. Lahat, both national, regional,
and local.
Lahat yun, sabog. Ngayon, doon sa mga multiple candidacy, bawal din po yun. Okay. So halimbawa, may tumakbong mayor sa isang probinsya, bawal nang tumakbo yung kamag-anak niyang presidente.
Okay. So, that...
pwede pala, pwede. Pwede palang tumakbo.
Sorry,
bawal tumakbo sa local. So hanggang dalawang posisyon lang.
Which positions are you?
National, tsaka regional or local.
So, pwede kang magka-national. But again, the national is just the president and the vice president.
Yes.
So, we're allowing the president and the vice president to have a simultaneous child, wife, or grandchild as governor, senator, or mayor.
Yes.
So,
yes.
why the exception? Because again, isa lang naman, o dalawa lang naman yung national positions natin, ng presidente at saka vice president. Bakit din nyo na po, parang napaka-convenient,
okay.
No?
Kasi ganito po, mahaba pong diskusyon yan, nagtutuhan po kami dyan. Kasi po, may isa kaming kasama na nagsabi na, baka naman halimbawa, may mga tatakbong presidente, siyempre politika, may patakbuhin sa local para lang ma-disqualify yung tatakbo sa taas. So, isa yun sa mga naging pinag-consideration namin, no?
Pero so, kailangan anak niya, asawa niya, or grandchild niya?
Well, actually, meron din mga nagsabi na bakit hindi pwedeng dalawa? Diba? Natalo po yun.
Yan yung Dynasty, di ba?
Oo,
Okay.
di ba? May mga nagsabi pong dalawa, pero hindi po nanalo yon. So, ang napagbotohan po ng NBank namin ay payagan po yung isang national tsaka isang...
So just to be clear,
Opo.
ang regional at ang local pwede isabay?
Hindi.
Hindi. Ang national at local pwede.
Pwede.
Ang national tsaka
Pero
regional,
po konti lang po yun dahil presidente at vice-presidente.
yun na nga. So it's an exception only for the president and the vice president, technically.
Opo.
Yes.
Kaya ako po, gusto ko lahat eh. So,
Okay.
pwede yung
Now,
ipasok.
were you outvoted, Professor Teehankee? Was this,
This was under the Subcommittee on Political Reforms and Leveling the Playing Field, of which I chaired. So, ito pong mga provisions sa political reforms na mali-mali daw, sabi ng kasama natin, kami po ang nagtrabaho. At karamihan po dito ay ibinase na natin sa matagal ng pinagdedebatihan, pinag-uusapan dito sa Kongreso. In fact, a large part of the reforms that we have introduced and constitutionalized were actually adopted from Senate bills that have been debated here and even in the House.
well, our versions do not have an exception for the president.
Yes, I would have wanted total.
Okay.
So-
So, in short, meron tayong anti-political dynasty provision.
Opo.
Pero ang exception mo ay ang president tsaka vice president. Now, again,
Opo.
we're talking about prospective
Perspective.
presidents and vice
Opo,
presidents.
opo,
But
opo.
that in itself already, I think, weakens the provision, no? But anyway, all of this naman will go back to us.
Opo.
And
Opo.
if we do open the process, kailangan pa
Yes.
itong pag-usapan.
Yes.
Kung dalawang kandidatong, they'll have to have a toss coin.
Opo.
Correct? No?
Yes,
That's in the
opo.
provision.
Pero hindi po maganda kasi ilagay sa Constitution na toss coin.
No,
So sabi
it's-
namin draw lots.
Sorry, I'm mistaken. Draw lots yung nakalagay.
Opo.
So in short, kung may kapatid ka na tatakbo, within the same category,
Opo.
magdo-draw lots kayo.
Yes.
Okay.